and we get this position. And this is the starting position from which there should be a forced mate in something like 25 or 26 moves. So when I studied those kinds of checkmates, I studied them a little bit, but it was enough for me to memorize everything. Once my coach, Farukh Amanatov, Grandmaster, asked me to demonstrate on the board to checkmate him with the bishop and the knight, and I did it in like a couple of minutes. So I know how to do it, and I will show you, and you will know, even if you're an amateur player, you will know how to do it. So first of all, basic rules: you need to checkmate your opponent's king in one of those corners, this one or that one. You can only checkmate your king if you have a light squared bishop in the light squared corner. So it is a8 or h1 respectively. If you have the dark squared bishop, then h8 and a1 respectively. So when you are playing, I will also teach you how to play in a tricky way to try and make a draw if you have just a king. If you want to play in a tricky way, you have to run to the opposite colored corner, not the same color as the bishop, so h8 or a1, and then you have to stay there as long as you can. And when you get smoked out, you get smoked out. For example, your opponent wants you to go to the correct corner, to this side of the board, where you will easily get checkmated. So when you are here, so let's see what happens. I go to that corner. I also win some time attacking his bishop, so a couple of tempi, which is important because I want to last 50 moves. That makes a draw because of the 50 move rule. So so I'm in this corner, and now he tries smoking me out. He goes knight f7. Now I cannot go to the corner. I have to go here, and he methodically smokes me out for me to go to the correct corner. Whenever your opponent does that, you have to try and run away to the other corner, that one, and then you'll be fine. So let me show you what happened next. So at first it was not clear if my opponent knows the correct technique or not, because he started doing the right thing, smoking me out of this incorrect corner. I go king f8. Now he goes bishop h7, very precise. So I cannot go back to that corner. I run that way. And the correct method for delivering a checkmate with a bishop and a knight involves a W by your knight, which is this 1, 2, 3, and sometimes 4, 5. This shaped, well, it looks like a W, obviously. So this is required for you to prevent the king from running away. And that's exactly what my opponent starts doing. So when I go king 8, he goes knight e5. So he starts drawing the W. And once I go king d8, he goes king e6. And now, if I just stand idly and do nothing, go back, for example, the W will be continued. So now I cannot go back, I go here. Now you can go here, for example. If you run back, you'll get checked with the bishop and you will have to step back. So you have to run here. And now knight c5 completes the W. So I cannot run away. And if I go here, bishop cuts me here, so I have to run back, and then you can just make like a waiting move. And because if I go here back, knight b7, so the W is finally completed. Here, 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 it's a check. The bishop is cutting the king here, so you have to run to the right. And now king c6, the knight is cutting the king, and now king here, and now bishop g4, and now the bishop is cutting the king. And if king here, then you can just go knight c5, and the king is not escaping. The king has to only go to those squares. And now king b6, and the final part is very easy. You probably have seen it. If you haven't, king here, knight here, check. The bishop, let me remind you, is cutting the king, and after king a8, bishop f3 is a checkmate. This did not happen in the game. I'm showing you the most effective, the most efficient way to checkmate with the bishop and the knight. Let me calculate the number of moves. So it was 25 moves, exactly 25 moves from this position, starting position, to the position that I showed you. So if you play in the best way, if you know the method, even if your opponent tries to run to the different corner, it doesn't help him or her. It helps him or her just to survive for 25 moves, but not 50 moves.